Coming up on the Elon Phoenix Weekly.
We sit down and talk one-on-one with men's soccer player Cauê da Silva.
Introduce you to the new men's golf coach.
And celebrate the careers of 3 new Hall of Fame inductees.
All that and more next on the Elon Phoenix Weekly. Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Kimberly Wisniewski.
And I'm Joe Durienza. Thanks for joining us on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Ask any person and most would say that going to college is a major event in any young student's life. Some students stay close to home and others go further away. Today we take a look at men's soccer player Cauê da Silva, who comes all the way from Brazil to play for the Phoenix.
College is considered to be the most enriching part of young people's lives because we meet people from all over the world. While many Elon students choose to study close to home, even more are coming from abroad these days. And for Elon foreign athletes, coming here to the United States can be a major adjustment.
I'm from Brazil and we used to play soccer since we were born, so it's part of my life. I used to go to games with my dad when he was playing and was always kicking a ball around and doing something related to it. Back home we don't have this culture that relates and associates education and sport. It's either one or the other one, so it's really good the way you guys here deal with it. Here in America it's totally different. That's why I came here, because it's the chance you can get your degree and at the same time play in a high level and maybe get to a professional level as well.
However, to play at the highest level of college soccer, it was a long journey for Cauê.
One of the things that was very evident for our coaching staff at the time was he taken a program that hadn't necessarily been very successful in the past and elevated their status as a program. And he scored a lot of goals as a freshman.
I had some problems at the beginning with my NCAA eligibility. I was all set to go to a D1 college at my first year here in America, but we got to know that I could not play D1, and Del State was the only D2 offer I had. So that's the only way I could come to America, is playing Del State.
Although Cauê hit the ground running, when he finally stepped onto the field, he did face some challenges.
It's funny because I came to America and I've never been coached by an American coach. So my coach from Del State, he was from England. My coach from the PDL team during summer, he's from Scotland. And now Paro and Shane, they're both from the United Kingdom as well, so it's kind of funny. The guys from Europe, they have this defensive mentality, and that develops my game as well. So I'm trying to, like Coach Paulo says, I'm trying to play and learning how to play both sides of the ball. It helps a lot for me, coming from a Brazilian culture, which is like a really offensive culture. We're not used to defend. No, we just want to score as many goals as possible. So at the end of the day, if you score more goals than the opponent, he won.
Due to his offensive prowess, Cauê has become one of the most electrifying players on the Phoenix roster.
Cauê's he's an exciting player to watch. You know, in front of goal, and he's able to produce things. Very clever at producing things to get away from players and several different skills.
He's got like a little flair, but that's good. That's what we need, especially losing Chris and Gabe last year. You know, those guys, they're a big showtime for us, and we need someone like that from especially Cauê to get up there, maybe score some goals, get involved into the game, and really impose himself.
Of course, we need to prove ourselves every season, every game, and they come here with the mentality that that's the team we want to beat, and that makes things harder for us.
Even though Cauê is primarily focused on the team's success, his individual future looks extremely bright in the maroon and gold.
We thought he'd be an exciting player for Elon, and he's had a couple of exciting moments, and as long as he keeps getting better, which he has done, I think he'll be very successful, not only at Elon, but maybe even beyond college.
If you want to see Da Silva play, come watch Elon's next home game on October 15th.
Just like going to college is a change in a young student's life, changing schools as a coach can be quite an adjustment. Elon's new men's golf head coach, Don Hill, talks about taking over as leader of the team.
As the Elon head men's golf coach, Bill Morningstar led the Phoenix to the 1982 NAIA National Championship and was named National Coach of the Year. After 2 dominant decades and a few more to come, Morningstar was inducted into the Elon Athletics Hall of Fame in 1988. This past spring, Morningstar retired after 41 years at the helm, and on May 6th, a new era of Elon golf began as Don Hill was chosen to replace him. Let's get to know the new leader of the men's golf program.
My name is Don Hill. I grew up in Mount Olive, North Carolina. I played my college golf at UNC Chapel Hill. I graduated in '99, played professionally for a few years, 3 or 4 years. Really had no designs on going into coaching. I actually did an internship doing some fundraising for athletics, and then the next thing I know, I was the women's assistant golf coach in North Carolina.
After 8 years as an assistant coach at his alma mater, Hill spent 2 years as an associate head coach at the University of South Carolina. When the Elon job opened up, he made his first trip to campus and knew it was the place for him.
When I was going through the interview process and visited the school, I just fell in love with it, like every other student that comes here, it seems like. So, the nature in which we interact as faculty, as staff, as students, as athletes, there's a very good marriage of sorts there, and I think that provides an avenue for guys to be successful in the classroom and on the golf course.
Coach Hill isn't the only one who's enjoyed his presence in the Phoenix program so far. His team is also excited about what he has in store for them going forward.
It's been a blast. It's been a lot of fun. We do a lot of laughing, but at the same time, it's been a high intensity as far as competitive environments. Don has great knowledge of the game, and his ability to relate that to our age group is really second to none that I've seen.
I grew up going to practice, and I love the environment. I love the team environment. I love the idea of camaraderie and everybody working for a goal, whether it's academically, whether it's during the workouts period, even in the practice environment.
It can be very difficult coming into a new position, especially as a head coach. That's why Hill realizes success is a long process that doesn't always happen right away.
Right now, our goal is just to get better every day, through practice, through preparation. I want us to have a little bit of an edge, that we know we've outworked people. We've done everything what it takes at home from a preparation standpoint, because that's where we really drive our confidence from. For me personally, I'd like for us to play in May. That means we're in the postseason. That means we're in the NCAA tournament. Whether it happens this year or next year, that's what we're working for every day, to put Elon golf on the map and make people understand that we can be a serious power to contend with in Division I golf.
With his love for the game a prerequisite for any head coach, Hill should be a great fit to move Elon golf in the right direction.
There's a lot that goes into golf. There's so many different details, and a lot of coaches can get hung up on that, and I think his ability to connect to our age group and find that balance, a lot of coaches don't get that.
I'm passionate about what I do, and I love the game of golf. I love playing the game of golf. I love coaching the game of golf. But the reason we have these jobs is because of the student athletes and their love of the game. So it brings back so many great memories, and I'm hoping that we can create a few new memories for these guys here, and they'll always want to come back and call Elon home.
Elon's next tournament is October 14th at the Donald Ross Intercollegiate Tournament, where Coach Hill hopes to bring home a win.
And that brings us to today's trivia. How many times was former Elon golf coach Bill Morningstar named a Conference Coach of the Year? The answer to that coming up later.
We have to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we take a look at 3 former Elon athletes who were inducted into the Elon Athletics Hall of Fame.
As we go to break, take a look at the week ahead in Elon sports.
An Elon education is about preparing students for a life of global citizenship. Of course, this is a place where you're going to come and earn a degree, but it's also a place that's going to get you to think very deeply about how you're going to use that degree to make the world a better place.
There are currently over 350 Elon student athletes competing in 16 NCAA Division I sports.
Scholarships enable us to succeed not only on the field,
but also in the classroom.
It helps us in achieving our commitment.
To live the maroon life.
Your gifts have the power to take Phoenix athletics to even greater heights while giving student athletes an outstanding education.
What is living the maroon life? It's more than just the hustle and the sweat. It's more than just the pain and the frustration. It's more than just the triumph and the glory. The maroon life is you. Yes, you. You, the athlete, striving to be at your best day in and day out. You, the alumni who have been in the stands supporting Elon for years. You, the fans who stream into games hours before kickoff. And you, the little ones who will be the next generation of Phoenix fans. You are what drives Elon Athletics, and you are the reason we do what we do. There is so much history and tradition behind our maroon. Conference titles, All-American, and national championships. But there is so much history and tradition yet to be made. So join us. Live the maroon life.
The Elon Phoenix Weekly is made possible by the students of the School of Communications in association with the dedicated coaches, athletes, and staff of Elon Athletics.
Most people understand the difficulty of being a student athlete in college. That is why we take the time to celebrate those who have had success at the college level. Former women's basketball player Holly Andrews was just inducted into the Elon Athletics Hall of Fame.
Former Elon basketball star Holly Andrews had her senior season end abruptly after tearing her ACL. After such a devastating injury, Andrews' mark on Elon Athletics seemed to have come to a close, but it didn't. Less than a decade after graduating, Andrews was inducted into the Elon Athletics Hall of Fame.
I was super excited. I contacted everyone I knew, and it's an amazing honor to be recognized and put into a club with so many other great athletes. It's really indescribable.
Andrews, a guard from Hudson, North Carolina, said that Coach Brenda Paul and her love for the campus made her choice to play at Elon an easy one. Once she got here, it was clear that it was a great fit. Throughout her career, Andrews racked up accolades left and right, including Big South Player of the Year and twice winning the Bass Knight Outstanding Athlete of the Year award given to Elon's top female athlete. Her name is also scattered throughout the Elon record books, as she is 4th in school history in points and 3rd in three-pointers made, three-point field goal percentage, and free throw percentage. After her Elon career, Andrews briefly played professionally in Holland before another knee injury. However, as a teacher, she is still involved in the game of basketball.
I'm currently in my 8th year at Granite Falls Middle School. I am a health and physical education teacher. I also coach girls in basketball and girls soccer, and I also teach part-time at the Caldwell Community College. So busy.
Elon had a lasting impact on Andrews, just like she had a lasting impact on the school. While in Maroon and Gold, she learned valuable lessons about being a student athlete.
It's important that you establish a good work ethic in the classroom and on the playing field or the court. always maintain good relationships with your teammates and your professors, and anybody who's affiliated with the Elon, the sports program. You're a role model. Always conduct yourself in a professional, classy manner. It's special to be a student athlete here at Elon.
Her induction into the Elon Athletics Hall of Fame was special as well. The weekend was everything she could have wanted and more.
I mean, I feel like this is some kind of big Emmy event. It's just constant photos. So I really feel special and blessed, and I'm fortunate to have all my family and friends and former teammates and my former coaches and there's other people that were here, the former athletic director and his wife, and so it's amazing. The luncheon was great. I originally thought, okay, this will be a small ceremony, a couple people, and I didn't realize, that many people just come back to support the current inductees. It's just, it's amazing, and it makes me feel good and special and popular. So it's been nice, and I truly appreciate it.
Andrew's had quite the career here at Elon, but now let's take a look at another athlete who had success in his sport.
William Harden was a former Elon baseball player and is now proudly enshrined in the Elon Athletics Hall of Fame.
It is an honor and something to celebrate when an athlete is able to compete at a college level. But what an athlete does during their career is what truly sets them apart. Former baseball player William Harden set himself apart and is now one of Elon Athletics' newest Hall of Fame inductees.
I'm in awe. I really am. It's a great honor. I've been around sports my whole life, and I've been fortunate to have a lot of awards and honors, and this is the best. I can tell you that.
Harden was given the nickname Tank during his college days. During his career, he did hit quite a few home runs, but how did he earn that nickname?
I don't know why. A guy named Dave Benevey from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, who was a pitcher on our team, who eventually went to Carolina to pitch, out of nowhere just said, "Hey, Tank," and for some reason it stuck. And so I played along with it. I laughed about it, and it just took it in stride, and now it's just my birth certificate might indicate that it's Tank Harden, not William Harden. I don't know, but it's that's how it originated.
Elon's baseball program has grown since Harden's playing days, but he talks about what made the team he played for so special.
When we were here, they played a lot. We played the guys he recruited. We only had a couple draft picks, but what we had is we had guys that wanted to play, guys that were scrappy, guys that didn't mind diving for a ball, guys that didn't mind putting in 3 hours, 3.5 hour practices.
If you are a player inducted into the Hall of Fame, you must be doing something right, and Harden takes the time to explain what it takes to be successful both in baseball and in life.
Effort, attitude, cooperation. It does not matter how good you are, but if you bring those 3 things to the table, you've got a chance to be successful. You got a chance to take your game or your academic standing up to another level. And when you can do that, now obviously you made yourself a better person. You've increased your opportunities to do other things. When I look back on my career, my attitude, my effort, my cooperation was there, and I gave it everything I had. That's the reason why I said earlier, if you rank this 1 through 25, I'm 15 or 16 on the list, and probably from an athletic standpoint, not the best on the team. But when I added those other ingredients into it, it put me at the top of the list, because you can outwork people, and you can show you wanted a little bit more than everybody else, and I did that on 99% of the time.
After being inducted, Harden opens up about what he'll remember most about the honor of being a part of the Elon Athletics 2013 Hall of Fame class.
What I will remember is looking back and seeing my friends, my family, and seeing folks that I haven't seen in years. The relationships that I built and that I had when I was here. I'm gonna look back on that and go, man, I'm really proud of that.
And finally, Harden talks about what mattered most to him during his playing days and what he remembers most about his time playing for the Phoenix.
It mattered to me if we won. It mattered to me if I had success. It mattered to me if I was a team player. If my teammates approved of what I was doing, they would know. They would let you know it, because I wanted to be a stand-up player with my teammates, and that mattered to me. And so when I look back on my career, my attitude, my effort, my cooperation was there.
And that brings us to today's history.
On this day in Elon sports history, we take a look at the first alumni to coach for Elon. Clyde Carney Johnson was a three-sport varsity athlete at Elon in basketball, baseball, and track. Johnson was a member of Elon's basketball championship teams in 1914 and 1915, graduating in 1950. After graduating in 1915, Johnson immediately became an assistant coach and athletic director for Elon. Although Johnson was never able to post a winning record at Elon before leaving in 1920, he left a foundation for more alumni to come back and coach. And this concludes this look back at Elon sports history.
We have to take another break, but don't go anywhere because when we return, we look at the third and final inductee of the Elon Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2013.
As we go to break, take a look at more upcoming Elon athletic events.
There are currently over 350 Elon student athletes competing in 16 NCAA Division I sports.
Scholarships enable us to succeed not only on the field,
but also in the classroom.
It helps us in achieving our commitment.
To live the maroon life.
Your gifts have the power to take Phoenix Athletics to even greater heights while giving student athletes an outstanding education.
An Elon education is about preparing students for a life of global citizenship. Of course, this is a place where you're going to come and earn a degree, but it's also a place that's going to get you to think very deeply about how you're going to use that degree to make the world a better place.
What is living the maroon life? It's more than just the hustle and the sweat. It's more than just the pain and the frustration. It's more than just the triumph and the glory. The maroon life is you. Yes, you. You, the athlete, striving to be at your best day in and day out. You, the alumni who have been in the stands supporting Elon for years. You, the fans who stream into games hours before kickoff. And you, the little ones who will be the next generation of Phoenix fans. You are what drives Elon Athletics, and you are the reason we do what we do. There is so much history and tradition behind our maroon. Conference titles, All-American, and national championships. But there is so much history and tradition yet to be made. So join us. Live the maroon life.
Welcome back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Earlier in the show, we asked, how many times was former Elon golf coach Bill Morningstar named a Conference Coach of the Year? The answer, 16 times. Over his 41 years as a coach at Elon, he accumulated many honors, including being inducted into the Elon Athletics Hall of Fame in 1988, being named to the NAIA National Coach of the Year in 1982, and selected as the Southern Conference Coach of the Year during his final year as head coach.
Promote Malicet graduated in 2005 after having a successful career on the tennis court. Let's take a look at what he has to say about the honor of being recognized as one of Elon's best.
I'm the third Thai tennis player that Coach Parm recruited from Thailand. I know the first two guys, Ning and Chai. We're a very close friend with their family, so I kind of know Elon through them, and it's just a great opportunity to come to the United States and learn a great education and while playing sports that I love.
Promote Malicet graduated in 2005 as a member of the Elon men's tennis team. Having come from Thailand to play, he certainly had to adjust to living at Elon. He talks about some of his favorite memories of his time while being a part of the team.
Just traveling with my teammates, we formed a pretty close bond. We traveled to different places. We even one time we flew out to Alabama, so it was a great experience. Hang out with Coach Parm. He is a legend by himself. He's so many stories that he tells, and place that he takes us is very memorable.
Malicet then goes on to talk about what led him to success on the tennis court, the attitude he brought to each match, and how it led him to be so victorious during his time at Elon.
You go out there every match, you give your best out there, and it doesn't really matter who your opponent is, as long as you play your game, and I enjoyed it.
Malicet also knows how much of a memorable weekend this is and what an honor it is to be part of the Elon Hall of Fame. He goes on to explain exactly what he's going to remember most about this weekend.
The friends and teammates, coaches that came back, and support me. They always be there for me. Getting recognized, it's an honor.
Malicet is proud to be a part of the 2013 Elon Athletics Hall of Fame, and he's even more proud because in the future, when he brings back family and friends, he can tell them that he's a part of the Phoenix Hall of Fame.
Hopefully, tell my kids when I bring them back here to Elon, that I was, once inducted to the Elon Hall of Fame. It was a great honor and privilege to represent Elon University.
Well, that's our show for today. If you missed anything or want to watch it again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly.
You can also catch us on Time Warner Cable, channel 1083, to watch us on demand.
Also, be sure to visit elonphoenix.com, your #1 source for all the maroon and gold buzz.
On behalf of our producers and crew here at the show, we hope you continue to have a spectacular weekend.
For the Elon Phoenix Weekly, I'm Kimberly Wisniewski.
And I'm Joe Dorienzo. See you next week.
There are currently over 350 Elon student athletes competing in 16 NCAA Division I sports.
Scholarships enable us to succeed not only on the field,
but also in the classroom.
It helps us in achieving our commitment.
To live the maroon life.
Your gifts have the power to take Phoenix Athletics to even greater heights while giving student athletes an outstanding education.